the Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. Romans 8:16.
Shalom. First off, give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Makrakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and sincerity, all the men and the women who follow. This is the brother Karatazah from the Nebraska Watchman Camp.
This is the brother Yatazak Ba from Nebraska.
And not sure what we want to call this lesson right now, but just going into the confusion of faith. Some people don't want to accept the fact that you don't have to look like, so-called John Shaft Israelite or, Chocolate Thunder, that we were scattered to the four corners, that, you do have and there will be men who don't look like a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American who the Spirit beareth witness are the children of the Most High, So we just want to go into some history and got a couple videos that we're going to play, and Lord's word is edifying. So let's hop into this first video. Here we go. Speaks for itself. Come on. So the video really speaks for itself, man. It said we love us a soulful white boy. But a lot of people don't really understand he wasn't a white boy. As the scripture said, man, the Spirit bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. That cat's an Israelite, man. Mm-hmm. He had the flavor. You can just see it on him. He was in groove better than some of, the people who were clearly Israelites, you know what I mean? And if you got something to say, brother, go ahead and speak up.
Well, it reminds me of this compilation where it was showing, there's basically a compilation of, appearing Edomites to be doing like this African dance. And there was one guy doing it, and you're watching him doing it. He's like all stiff, and it's like awkward when he's trying to get the dance moves out. You could tell that he's just a straight up Edomite. But then the next guy, he's flowing, he's grooving. He looks like Jake when he's doing it, and you could just tell who has that salt, who has that flavor. You could tell who you could tell who's Jake. They're moving, they're talking, they feel like Jake. They just look like another nation.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm going to pause this video. I want you to get that one video that we had shown.
Okay, so this is the video right here I was talking about. And even this first guy, if you play this, elder in our camp, he's like, with Jake, Edomites can get good at certain things because they're able to learn it. They're able to measure it. Just like with certain dances, you can measure 1, 2, 3, 4, and they learn the steps to the point where it looks good. But with Jake, you don't have to teach him. It's just dancing is just something that you feel, and the Most High has given us that talent to be able to dance and to sing and to rap and to do these things without ever spending a day training it, because it's just a flavor that He's given us.
Yeah. So let's get this then.
God, so this is Jeremiah chapter 51 verse 19. It says, "The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things."
Yeah, man. He said that we're two different manner of people. All right, we are the former of all things. Let's get that word former.
Former. Strong's H3335, which is Yatazar, says to form, fashion, frame, to form, fashion of human activity, of divine activity, of creation, of original creation, of individuals at conception, of Israel as a people, to frame, preordain, plan, purpose of a situation, to be formed, be created, to be predetermined, be preordained, to be formed.
Yeah, just probably identical with.
But in this context, with these things, it's like we created these things. We formed like
yeah,
the blueprint of how you want to do it.
You stole the word right out of my mouth. You know what I'm saying? We laid the foundation. For everything that this earth really knows and is really everything that is, man. We were the first. And then Esau just comes behind and steals everything and then puts his stamp on it. Mm-hmm. That's why you have the iconoclasms. That's why you have the Renaissance period. Once Esau took over, he effectively erased our history. But you can't erase the DNA. Mm-hmm. That's why going back to Vanilla Funk over here, going back to Vanilla you can't erase our DNA. And through years and years and years, and we'll give the example of Blake Griffin. You see his father, you see his mother. He looks just like his dad physically, but you can see the influence from his mom, the hair, the lighter skin. And what happens when a dark population conquers a so-called white population, an Edomite population, you get a lot of these. And then what happens when these, a lighter complected Israelite goes into a so-called white woman? You get, kids that come out even lighter and with blonde hair, and I think, yeah. So this is Blake Griffin's child's mother, and that's his daughter. So that's what happens when you have for all intents and purpose, a half and half going to a full-blown Edomite, and you get a lighter complected child. Mm-hmm. But when you search the fathers, matter of fact, let's get that real quick, just verification.
The Numbers?
Yeah.
Okay. This is Numbers chapter 1 verse 18. It says, "And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward by their polls."
Right. So it's about what your father is. Her father is an Israelite, and his father is an Israelite. So that would make those children Israelites. Okay? And when you go into the history, this is a map of the Carthaginian Empire. And it amassed, all the way from Libya, all the North Africa, okay? Spain, that's where you get your Moors, and, these islands here in the Mediterranean, Corsica, Sicily, where you have a lot of Sicilian Americans Robert, what's his name? You know what I'm talking about?
Nah.
Robert De Niro.
Oh, okay,
Robert De Niro. Leonardo DiCaprio.
What, Al Pacino?
Al Pacino. You know, these guys are Sicilian Americans. Okay, a lot of the so-called mobsters. You know, they appear to be white men, but their origin goes back to this little island who was taken over by Jake. Okay, and we mentioned Corsica, which is actually a property of France. Let's forget that.
So, this is the Corsica flag. It says, the flag of Corsica was adopted by General of the Nation Pasquale Paoli in 1755 and was based on a traditional flag used previously. It portrays a Moor's head in black wearing a white bandana above his eyes on a white background.
Now, why would it portray a Moor's head? Because the Moors conquered it. Okay? So that's how you would have a base of Israelite genealogy in an island where today you would see more so-called white people because Jake took it over. Now, knowing that this is a base of a genealogy, okay? Because what happens when war happens? The men die, and the women and the slaves, or the women and the children, are captive. What do they do with the women? They're gonna regenerate. They're gonna have children by them. Okay, so that's how you get a place like Italy, you know, to have, you know, our people who don't look like us. Matter of fact, let's get Ezekiel.
This is Ezekiel chapter 36 and 19. And I scattered them among the heathen, and they were dispersed through the countries. According to their way and according to their doings, I judged them.
Yeah, man. So we were scattered to the four corners of the world. All right, so we're going to have people in these countries. And as I said before, when you conquer a country and you leave that DNA evidence, okay, through the years, you get this. Okay? This is a brother in GMS in Italy. Okay?
Ehi, Shalom, Shalom che significa pace. Eccoci con un nuovo video per far conoscere la verità della Bibbia. E prima di iniziare, come sempre, diamo tutta la gloria, il potere e le lodi a Yahweh Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai Ba'asham Rakakutash.
Yeah, so now you do have actual Edomites in Italy. I'm not saying that every Italian is a Jake.
But you have to try the spirit by the spirit.
You have to try the spirit by the spirit. Okay? And when you can clearly look at some individuals, and you can hang around some individuals, and you can clearly see that these people are Israelites.
And if I could make a point about Kushah, like you said, we've been dispersed across the four corners of the earth, so it's not just going to be Jake that may look like Edomites. It's going to be Jake that looks like Chinese people. It's going to be Jake that look like Africans. Jake that look like East Indians. But like we said, you have to try the spirit by the spirit. You know, a telltale sign, just like this brother here. If they hear the truth and they're receptive to it,
it resonates with them.
If it resonates with them, that's usually a sign that somebody may be an Israelite, especially if they look like an Edomite, because Edomites most of the time are going to just push the truth away, you know, or fight against it. But if they're receptive to it and they're listening, it resonates in their spirit, that's probably an Israelite.
Yeah. So let's get this last precept and we're going to end it on this.
So this is Isaiah chapter 14 verse 1. For the Lord Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
Right. So the Lord's going to have mercy on Jacob. Okay, he's going to choose Israel. He's going to choose his only begotten. All right, and it says, and the strangers shall be joined with them. Those strangers are those foreigners. All right, the people who were born in the places from around the world, the various different kingdoms. All right, the four corners of the world, the Chinese, the Africans, all right, the Spaniards, the English, the Ish people, you know, the Russians, all right, the Australians, everybody, all right, we're scattered everywhere, and the Spirit is going to reveal who is deemed worthy in that day. You know, the Lord is going to have to put the Spirit on us to know who is who. All right, and everything's going to be revealed. So, you know, when we doing this work, we have to have a spiritual eye and not a carnal eye. All right, when we talking and dealing in the camps with these individuals who may come up, we can't be so quick to condemn somebody. You know, hear them out, listen to them, see what they have to say, you know, try the Spirit, and then, you know, move forward from there. But did you have anything else you wanted to say, brother?
No.
All right, well, with that being said, Lord's word, this is edifying, and we give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Makar Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and sincerity, all the men and women who follow. Shalom.
Shalom.